Hey guys, my name is Max, and today on the Halo Chronicles I'm going to be going over a 27-0 Super Fiesta gameplay that you're watching on screen right now. I'm going to be talking about some of the decision making I make that helped me get this, and so you guys can try and get much better, more efficient lives on Super Fiesta with the weapons you're given. Now I see my teammate's got a gavel in front of me and I want to make sure he stays alive. I see a red X there, so I'm going to instantly force this player to lose the gavel so I can have that. We've just got to ensure someone on the team keeps the gavel, because that's sort of 20 free kills, and when I saw that he had that, I knew I had to play aggressive despite having a sniper. So now most people, when they get the gavel, they play extremely aggressive, but I try and still use corners to my advantage. I know the weapon obviously gives you such a huge health boost, but I still like to keep myself quite hidden from people using trick jumps like the one you just saw, and watching for rockets, because the biggest way that you can die when using the gavel is by having someone kill you with a needler or there's a couple other weapons like the rockets and incineration cannons, and the railgun are the best weapons for taking you down. So I was mainly listening out for those ones to ensure that someone on the other team did not have any of those weapons. So I was mainly focusing on keeping to this left-hand side of the map, on the spawns, moving top middle occasionally, so I know it's not too big of an issue. I hear the guy below me with an incineration cannon. I know I have to get rid of him and play aggressive against this player, as incineration cannons, railguns and needlers are again what I'm focusing on avoiding. Getting people as they come top middle, watching all of the spawns and just staying still quite aggressive, getting the killing frenzy and top gun there. Still keeping my arrow of time sniper on me, but not ever switching to it because of obviously the health boosts that this gavel offers you, and using the slide boost jump partnered with the gavel gives you such an incredible advantage. Now many players would have played quite aggressive there, but I backed away from the rocket player because I know I can only sustain really one rocket before damage will start to become too much. I only have 2 swings left, so I'm going to use the slide boost to avoid his second rocket, as I heard him fire 2, using up all of my gavel now. So I switch out, quite controversially, to the Needler. I forget which variant it is, whether it's the Hailstorm or Town of the Lost. I think it's the Hailstorm. Using the rest of my arrow of time efficiently, but keeping the Needler so that if someone comes up close, and if they have a mythic weapon, I'll be able to take them out. I tend to use the Needler a lot more than, say, a bolt shot or something like that, just in case I have an opponent who has a weapon like that, as the Needler shreds the shields of anyone, even the ones with health boosts, and I don't know why it is so effective against health boost players. Like Spinker Prime players can be taken down so easily by a Needler, it's kind of stupid. So I always kept it in the back pocket of my arrow of time, still trying to obviously avoid rockets, as with a map like Mercy there's a lot of places to hide with the rockets behind these pillars here, and I really wanted to avoid getting rocketed down. So I see that player had a sniper on his back, wanting to take him out, as I know my teammates being pushed that side, seeing Pete has just been taken down there, and checking these corridors, trying to keep this left hand side of the map completely under our team's control, so they have to come to us, we're not constantly going to them. And I stay at this side of the map for almost the entire game, and once I lost my gavel, as it is out of ammo, I tried to focus on this. I see someone on my radar there, and they're using the Needler to full advantage, pre-nading corners just to make sure no one was following him, as the one disadvantage about trying to lock down somewhere on Mercy is there's a lot of areas for people to sneak up on you, and as my teammate have fully rotated to the other side of the map, I feel like the Needler is obviously one of the best weapons to keep if you're sort of lone wolfing it, as you can kill one person with the full mag. And here I saw this guy had a scatter shot, as I saw the flickering light on the front of it, so baited him in by firing a sniper shot. I think that was quite smart of me, because then he thought that was the only weapon I had on me and played too aggressive, unaware that I had a Needler in my back pocket. And that's something I'll often do against shotgun players. If I see that they have a shotgun, I'm going to try and bait them, making them think I have weaker weapons. Here that was just good radar awareness to avoid that, and then I go with the Needler and the energy sword, as I only had 1 or 2 shots left in my Town of the Lost. Playing slightly aggressive here, seeing he has a plasma caster, so I'm going to use the Needler instead. Possibly should have switched to the sword, but the main reason I jumped there is to try and avoid his plasma caster shots, because he'll obviously be shooting for the floor. And I switched to the DMR over the sword, because despite having a little less lunge, the DMR basically with that bayonet becomes a sword and a precision weapon at the same time. So pairing that up with the plasma caster, I've now got a good, solid, not too strong combo, but something really strong. Avoiding the incineration cannon shots and seeing that my team are being slightly overrun, I decide to play this a little bit more cautiously, as I know that they do have an incineration cannon, and I am going to be extremely careful of that. Using my bayonet effectively to take down that player, I am now stuck with just my DMR, having used most of my plasma caster for sort of pre-nading and keeping myself alive. I managed to waste 2 of his incineration cannon burst shots, which was really useful, and playing slightly aggressive, as I know my team are now all pushing this area together. I didn't have communication with this team at all, but I was able to coordinate almost a push with them just because we were sticking together. Now for this portion of the game, I've got 2 CQC weapons, having my bayonet and shotgun, which is why I play this bit very slowly, waiting for the player above to try and push down, making him miss both of his rocket shots and trying to pick up his rocket. Unable to do so then, so I want to focus on sticking to this area, just keeping my shotgun, as that combo is doing good enough for me. Seeing they are pushing heavily from that side, hitting one nade onto someone and hitting another nade, getting some assists there, and just trying to keep this side locked down. We keep it locked down for almost the entire game, and this opposing team weren't all full of bad players. There were some quite good players in this lobby that were taking down a lot of my team quite often, but I decided to go again a bit more crouching, much slower than when I had the gavel, and just waiting for them to come around this corner. I see that this player is about to go up the stairs here, so I thrust into him with the shotgun so he doesn't have time to charge the railgun. I could see the blue light starting to come on, but I know it's a charge weapon and he had no chance. Pre-nading around the corner, avoiding a few rockets, and you're really going to want to, if you're stuck between those 2 pillars, thrust left or right, as the thrusting will really help you avoid the rockets being fired at those pillars. And I hope you enjoyed this gameplay. Hope you found out something useful that can help you with your Super Fiesta gaming and allows you to get a few more perfections or higher multi kills and sprees. So thank you for watching.